Welcome to the first talk about the next generation Meteo-42 data logger by Ammonit. A little bit about the history of our data loggers. In 2011, Ammonit replaced the slightly old-fashioned Meteo-42 with an entirely new data logger Meteo-40, which was a revolutionary change. The new data logger had two subsystems for the first time, the so-called MARS for the measurement and recording subsystem, and the CEX, the communication, evaluation and configuration subsystem, which is also a full-blown Linux system. In 2020, we overhauled the software entirely and we coined it Meteo-40 Plus. There were a lot of new features and improved security. As we are speaking about IT security, Ammonit takes IT security very seriously. IT security is crucial in applications like wind and solar park monitoring, in SCADA, in dynamic line rating, and everywhere else. Meteo-4X never shares passwords, certificates, or keys between devices. Every device has their own individual key, and we use these keys and certificates for data transfer to Ammonit Connect, Ammonit OR for live data, and so on. Meteo-40 and 42 do support digital signatures and strong encryption, and on Meteo-42, even source data is encrypted now since a recently published version 2.3.0. So now Meteo-42. In 2023, Ammonit made a huge step forward, and we are really proud to release Meteo-42. And this time it's an evolutionary change, not a revolution like in 2011. So it looks pretty much the same. Meteo-42 software is in large parts identical to Meteo-40 Plus. The casing is equal. The user interface looks the same. So if you know Meteo-40 Plus, if you know how to handle it, you can handle Meteo-42. Now, some differences. It's green and not red. The casing is 12 millimeters higher. It weighs a little bit more. There are significant performance boosts for both subsystems, MARS and CEX. The MARS CPU is at least thrice as fast, the CEX CPU more than twice as fast. There's more memory for sensor protocols and data on the MARS. There's more memory for data and applications on the CEX. So 4 times the RAM and flash. And also the USB ports are software switchable now. Now there are some more important differences. There's an entirely different terminal. The supply jack assignment is different. There is a new ground and earth concept. The switches work differently, and we have different channels. So we have now up to 14 instead of 12 voltage measurement channels. We dropped the current measurement channels. We have now up to 3 RS-485 client interfaces instead of only 1. We have now only 1 current source instead of 2, but we have a voltage reference instead. Now the current developments you already can see right now. There are many new features for both devices, for Meteo-40 and 42. There is the new live data feature, which Dan will talk about later. The logic controller, there's a talk about it by Anna, and there's also a new soiling solution. The software of Meteo-42 and Meteo-40 Plus will develop synchronously. That means we will release both at the same time. Security updates will reach both devices for the next years. New features will hit both Meteo-42 and Meteo-40 Plus if possible. Sometimes the memory of Meteo-40 is not sufficient for new features. For example, the new source data encryption is only possible on Meteo-42. Future development. You will have probably soon larger source and system memory. that is 4 gigabytes each instead of 2 gigabytes. We will support new sensors as always, not only for wind and solar measurement, but also for different markets like dynamic line rating, SCADA, almost real-time applications, some RS-485 smart sensors, and in general applications with high IT security demands. We will probably also soon replace the sensor helper with something better with filter and search functions. And we might make Meteo-42 partially user programmable, but that's not yet clear and it's not likely for Meteo-40 Plus.